Hello everyone, this is Clary from Shadow Moon Tarot. Welcome back to my channel, and this is a new episode of the Astro Tarot Series. As I have said before, this series is mostly oriented towards tarot readers that want to add an extra astrological layer to their readings. And if you are a total beginner to astrology and you know nothing about the astrological signs, the houses and the planets, don't worry. It's okay, but I would just suggest you see the previous episodes first to get an understanding of the terms we are going to use today. I have created a playlist, so if you want, you can use that. Now, today I'm going to show one way out of many that you can use the information of the astrological houses combined with the tarot to get some information about yourselves or others. Because this reading can be very personal and very revealing, I didn't want to use like an existing birth chart. So what I did is I created a person. And let's say that we're doing this for a girl that is going to be born today in Newcastle, UK, at 3 o'clock p.m. And today is the 18th of March 2019. So I put this information on an online database, and that's the information that I got from the database. Here are the planets, here are the signs, the degrees they are in, and the house they are in. And here it says that the ascendant is in Leo in the 26th degree. What does this mean? I'll try to make it as simple and easy to understand and remember. So obviously this is not the official way of explaining it, but let's say that we all know that the signs have 30 days. So that means that each sign has 30 degrees. And this small line here are the degrees, one line per degree. So here the ascendant starts at the 26th of Leo. That means that here is the 26th, and that's the first house, the ascendant, and it's in Leo. If, as we said, each sign has 30 degrees, so 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's only this part, and as you can see, I have filmed that before. Only this part is occupied by Leo. The rest of the house is occupied by Virgo. So now you'll say, if Virgo takes so much space, why do we say that this house is owned by Leo? Well, because as we said in the previous episode, it doesn't matter how many astrological signs we have in one house, the sign that rules the house is the one that is closer to the entrance, which is the top line of its house, and is called the cusp. So here we use the equal houses. So all the houses start from the 26th degree of the sign, of its sign, and the signs always follow the same order. So we have Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and so on, and the previous one is Cancer. And they start, so the 12th house starts from the 26th degree of Cancer, and Cancer only takes up this much while the rest is Leo. So don't get confused if you see here that the 12th house is a house of Cancer, but here we have the moon in Leo in the 23rd degree and in the 12th house. And you say, well, hold on, this is the house of Cancer, why this is there? If the moon is in Leo, it should be in that house. No, it shouldn't, because it's in the 23rd degree, and this house starts from the 26th, so it's above that. So therefore it falls in the 12th house. And I hope that explains things to you. And following this logic, we place all this information on the chart, and we end up, oops, doesn't want to, and we end up with this. Here we have all the astrological signs here. We have the ruler of its sign, which again, this is a sign that is near to the cusp, closer to the cusp, and the ruler of this sign is the ruler of the house as well. So here we have all the signs, and then we have the ruler of its astrological sign above them. So that's the ruler of the 12th house, that's the ruler of the 10th house, and so on and so forth. And then we place these inside the houses, followed by what it says here. So the sun will be in the 8th house, and we place it, and we write the sign here as well, because like in this case, the planet may be in a different sign to the one that the house, to the one that rules the house, right? So once we've done that, what we do is that we divide the astrological wheel into 4 sections: the horizon line, and the vertical line. And first we check the horizon, or the horizontal line, and we see how many planets are underneath this line. That, to say it in an astrological term, how many planets occupy the lower part of the chart. And this shows a life that is oriented more towards privacy. Now here we'll see that this girl has 4 planets here, which means that she will value her privacy quite a bit. But as we can see, the planets that are placed above the line and occupy the upper half of the wheel are more, and therefore her focus will be towards the public life and the outside world. So although she will value her privacy, she will be more oriented towards the outside life and the public life. Then we check the vertical axis, and we see how many planets are in the east and how many planets are in the west part of the wheel. Here we see that in this she only has 1 planet. If we had more planets in this section of the wheel, the east section, that would indicate that the person may be more focused on the self, but here it won't be the case. The more planets we have on the west side indicate that the person may focus more on relationships and collaborations, and obviously here we can see that she will be heavily focused in her life on relationships and collaborations and being with other people. Then another thing that we can do is divide the wheel into 3 sections. 1 section for every 4 houses. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the first section. These are the personal houses. 5, 6, 7, and 8. These are the interpersonal houses, and 9, 10, 11, and 12. These are the transpersonal houses. Now again, we check how many planets we have in each part, and we see that in the personal part, she only has 1 planet. This part indicates like focus on identifying ourselves, our needs and wants, and ways to fulfill them, and this is not going to be as important to her for her development. Then we go to the interpersonal houses. Once we have identified ourselves and our needs, we realize that there is a world around us, and here it's how we connect and communicate and interact and relate to the world around us. And obviously with so many planets in this section, this will be of major importance to her, and that is in alignment with what we said, that she will be oriented towards public life, and that relationships and collaborations will be a significant part of her life. Then we are moving to the transpersonal houses, and here we can see that she has 2 planets in the 9th house, which has to do with beliefs, higher education, and like long distance travel, and also 1 planet in the 12th house, which has to do with like karma, the subconscious, our deepest fears and secret thoughts, and our deepest wounds. And this part shows the importance of spirituality and connecting to a higher purpose and to divinity, to connecting to the divine. And here we can see that obviously spirituality will play a role in her life that could be transformative, but it won't be as heavy in her development as the part of personal and interpersonal relationships will. Then what we want to check is if there are any planets near these 2 axes. These axes touch the parts of the horoscope that are called the angles, and these are the most important, let's say, areas of life. This is the personality, this is our family, this is our most important relationships, and this is our social life and like personal status, professional status. So we want to see if there are any planets that are within 8 degrees difference from these axes. What does this mean? Like if there are any planets that are 8 degrees up or down or left or right from this axis. And so we go here again, and we see that near this axis we have the moon. The moon is in Leo 23, and the axis is at 26, so there is 3 degrees difference. So this is an important planet. Then here we have, this is a 26 degree of Scorpio. We check here. If we had anything here, it would be Jupiter, but Jupiter is in the 23rd degree of Sagittarius, which is closer to this line, so this doesn't affect anything. Then we go to the 26th degree of Aquarius, and we check here. We have Venus in Aquarius 20, which is 6 degrees difference. So yeah, that's close enough. That's important. Then we check Mercury. That's in Pisces 20. So Pisces start here. So 20 will be closer to here. So that's more than 8 degrees difference. And then Neptune is in Pisces 16. Again, it's more than 20. It's more than 8 degrees difference, because like here 26 and 4 is 30. So it will, and then another 4 is, so we are looking for something that is between 26 and 30 degrees of Aquarius, or within the first 4 degrees of Pisces, but we don't have anything within this range, so the only one is this one. Then here we are in the 26 degrees of Taurus, and we can see here that if we had anything, it would be either that, which is in Taurus 0, but that's more than 8 degrees difference, and we have this one in Taurus 21. So Mars in Taurus 21, that's an important one with only 5 degrees difference. So these are the most important planets from like a first look. So to check that, and I think this is I will use the tarot to interpret these 3 planets, and I think this is where I will close the video, because as you all know by now, I don't know how to edit and I don't want to have to do a super long video again. So let's start with this one. We have, that's not it, there we go. I need to find the moon. The moon is the High Priestess, and the strength is Leo. So what does this mean here? And this is in the 12th house, the house of Cancer. At first we could like interpret the house and the Cancer, but I will speak about this in the next video. Now we need to see that here the moon in astrology means what we need in order to feel happy and balanced in our life. And here she needs strength, she needs to be in control of herself and her fears and situations in order to feel happy and balanced. Also, the High Priestess, we know that it's our our intuition and things that have to do like deep in our psyche and our past, and she needs to control that as well. She needs to understand and feel that she can manage things. Another thing is that in astrology, the moon shows the relationship with the mother, and here we can see that the relationship can be a jarring one. It can cause like friction and problems that could play a significant role in her life. And being in the 12th house, the house of karma and the house of wounds and secrets and transformation, then we can see that this relationship with her mother and with herself can be a very important factor in her life. When we read the planets and the signs and the houses in astrology, we need to remember that always the planet shows what happens, the sign shows how it is expressed, and the house shows where it happens. So that's that. Then we will interpret Venus in Aquarius in the 6th house. And Venus is the Empress and Aquarius is the star. And the 6th house has to do with everyday life, with health, with our everyday routine, even our everyday like work. And here Venus shows what we value in others and in ourselves, and here she values Aquarius. Aquarius, as we all know, is a very independent and very rebellious sign, so she will love her independence and the ability to be free to do whatever she feels like. Also, we know that Empress is abundance, so her abundance from everyday life, from her daily job, can come from something that is unconventional, like astrology or alternative ways of medicine and what else, like from technology and things like that are like kind of more future oriented. What else? Also, being since this house is the house of Capricorn and is ruled by Saturn, we can see that there is a friction here, because Capricorn and Saturn are more like organized and order oriented and success oriented, and they want to go by the book and do things properly, while Aquarius is a rebellious sign. So we can see that this could cause issues in her life, but we will go more into that into the next episode. And last but not least, we are going to examine Mars in Taurus in the 9th house. Mars is the Tower, Taurus is Hierophant, and the 3rd house, and the 9th house is, like we said, the house of education, the house of faith and beliefs and long distance traveling and things like that. In astrology, Mars shows where we put our energy in order to achieve our goals, how we use this energy. And here the how is Taurus, is the Hierophant. Obviously, this is a fixed sign, so she will be very, very determined and very inflexible in her ways and in her beliefs. So we'll see that this person will be very fixated in what she believes. And therefore, like for example, if we combine this with being independent, it won't be easy for someone to change her mind and make her like go with the flow and adjust to things, and like cooperate. So again, if we combine that with the importance of relationships, then we can see that this is a difficult thing in her horoscope, because when someone is inflexible and so like freedom oriented, it's not very easy to create relationships, and obviously creating relationships will play a major role in their life, because it is a very challenging and interesting thing. So this is like a very first impression thing of how you can use this information together with tarot to get a basic idea about someone. But then we can work along the wheel and interpret like every house according to the sign and the ruler of the house, and then we can go further by interpreting the planets inside the houses and how these interact with each other and with the houses and so on. But this will be the subject of a following video. So I think I will close the video here. Thank you all for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, and if you want to stay connected, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Again, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful time, and until next time, much love. Bye bye.